Imagine one automotive computer running camera perception, object tracking, localization, route planning, vehicle data services, diagnostics, and software that may need to be updated during the vehicle's lifetime. Now, try to explain that computer using only the classic AUTOSAR picture from the previous lesson: application software, RTE, basic software, and MCAL. That would be the wrong mental model. AUTOSAR Adaptive Platform was created for a different class of computing problem. It is not classic AUTOSAR with a faster microcontroller. It is a different software architecture designed for high-performance automotive computers, service-oriented applications, process-based execution, and more flexible software lifecycles. Let's build the beginner mental map from the top. Imagine a high-performance driver assistance computer. One application performs camera perception. Another application performs object tracking. Another provides vehicle data services. Another may perform planning or another computationally demanding vehicle function. In AUTOSAR terminology, these are adaptive applications. Adaptive applications do not sit above the classic RTE and basic software stack. Instead, they operate in an adaptive platform environment and use standardized platform interfaces to access capabilities provided by the platform. You will often see the letters ARA. ARA refers to the AUTOSAR runtime for adaptive applications and the standardized programming interfaces exposed to adaptive applications. One important example is ARA.com, the Adaptive Communication Interface. Under this application-facing environment are functional clusters organized as functional clusters. A functional cluster groups related adaptive platform functionality. Examples include execution management, communication management, persistency, platform health management, state management, update and configuration management, diagnostics, cryptography, and time synchronization. Do not try to memorize that entire list yet. The important difference is structural. Classic AUTOSAR gives us a strongly layered basic software architecture. Adaptive AUTOSAR is built around applications, standardized ARA interfaces, functional clusters, processes, and services. Now look at execution. In a deeply embedded classic ECU, we often think in terms of tasks, runnables, interrupts, and tightly configured execution. Adaptive AUTOSAR uses a multi-process operating system environment. Its operating system is required to provide multi-process POSIX capability. POSIX is a standardized operating system interface family commonly associated with Unix-like operating environments. Adaptive applications therefore execute in a process-oriented environment. An adaptive application can involve one or more processes, and those processes execute with their own operating system context. But somebody still has to decide which processes should start and when. That is where execution management becomes important. Execution management is responsible for important aspects of adaptive application execution, including starting and stopping configured processes. It works with deployment and configuration information rather than discovering executable software by magic. That brings us to another important adaptive concept: manifests. A manifest is structured configuration information. It describes information the platform needs to understand how software is configured and deployed. For example, configuration can describe processes, applications, service relationships, and machine-specific deployment information. The manifest is not the application algorithm. It is not the camera perception source code. It is structured information used to configure how software fits into the adaptive system. Now we reach probably the most important adaptive idea for a beginner: service-oriented communication. Suppose our camera perception application produces an object list. A planning application needs that information. Instead of designing the application around one fixed low-level sender and receiver relationship, adaptive applications can offer and consume services. Think in terms of, this application provides a service. Another application needs that service, and the communication infrastructure connects the provider and requester according to the system configuration. AUTOSAR Communication Management provides the platform mechanisms for this service-oriented communication. Its ARA.com interface supports communication within a process, between processes on one machine, and between machines. This is why service discovery becomes important. A requesting application can identify an available provider of the service it needs rather than hard-coding every interaction around one physical software location. But dynamic service discovery does not mean random software connects to anything at once. The complete system still has defined interfaces, deployment constraints, configuration, safety requirements, security controls, and communication design. Now look at some of the other functional clusters. Persistency provides standardized mechanisms for data that must survive beyond one process execution or restart. Platform health management supports supervision of software execution and platform health. State management coordinates desired operating states and works with execution management to achieve the required platform state. Update and configuration management supports controlled installation and management of software packages. Diagnostics provides diagnostic capabilities appropriate to the adaptive environment. Cryptography and security-related services support secure system design. Time synchronization becomes important when several applications and computers must share a reliable understanding of time. Again, do not memorize the names as a list. Look at the engineering problem each one solves. Now, consider software updates. Our perception application improves after the vehicle has already been manufactured. In a high-performance software platform, it may be desirable to install a new software package while maintaining control over dependencies, compatibility, activation, and rollback. Adaptive Platform therefore includes update and configuration management as part of its software lifecycle capabilities. That does not mean every adaptive application can be replaced at any moment while the vehicle is driving. Safe update behavior depends on system design, vehicle state, dependencies, security, package validation, and project requirements. Adaptive provides mechanisms. The engineering project decides how those mechanisms are used safely. Now compare Adaptive with Classic without turning this into the full comparison lesson. Classic Platform is optimized for deeply embedded classic ECU software with strong real-time and safety constraints. Adaptive Platform addresses high-performance computing ECUs and a more dynamic, service-oriented software environment. Classic commonly works with software components, the RTE, basic software, MCOW, tasks, and runnables. Adaptive works with adaptive applications, processes, ARA interfaces, functional clusters, services, and POSIX-capable operating system environment. That does not mean Adaptive replaces Classic. A modern vehicle can contain both. A body controller, power window ECU, or another deeply embedded controller may use Classic. A high-performance automated driving or vehicle compute platform may use Adaptive, and those systems may need to communicate with one another. AUTOSAR continues to develop both platforms. Now follow a conceptual adaptive interaction. Execution management starts the camera perception process according to the configured deployment information. Camera perception provides a perception service. Its object list information becomes available to interested consumers. The planning application looks for the required service and communicates through the adaptive communication mechanisms. Communication management handles the service-oriented communication path. Platform health management can supervise relevant execution behavior. Persistency may provide storage when the application needs persistent information. Update and configuration management participates when software packages need controlled updating. Notice what is missing from that description. There is no classic RTE layer, there is no classic BSW layer, there is no MCCAL layer sitting underneath the adaptive applications. If you draw those classic layers under an adaptive application, you are mixing two different platform architectures. There are 4 beginner misconceptions worth removing now. First, adaptive does not mean an AUTOSAR system that automatically changes itself. The word adaptive is part of the platform name and reflects a more flexible computing and software environment, not uncontrolled self-modification. Second, adaptive does not mean normal desktop software with an AUTOSAR logo. Automotive safety, security, deterministic behavior where required, diagnostics, life cycle control, and vehicle integration still matter. Third, service-oriented communication does not mean architecture disappears. Services still need defined interfaces, deployment, discovery mechanisms, configuration, and verification. And fourth, adaptive does not replace classic. They address different kinds of automotive computing problems and can coexist in one vehicle. For an interview, a strong beginner answer is AUTOSAR Adaptive Platform is AUTOSAR's standardized software platform for high-performance automotive computing. Adaptive applications execute in a process-based, POSIX-capable environment and use standardized ARA interfaces and functional clusters for capabilities such as communication, execution management, persistency, health monitoring, state management, diagnostics, security, and software updates. Communication is strongly service-oriented, and the architecture is different from the classic RTE and basic software model. That is enough to show that you understand what adaptive actually is. Subscribe if you want to keep building from these platform-level concepts into the detailed architecture engineers work with inside real AUTOSAR. With this lesson, our Introduction to AUTOSAR module is complete. We now know why AUTOSAR exists, what problems it addresses, who participates in the ecosystem, how standardization supports reuse, and the basic purpose of both classic and adaptive platforms. Next, we move into Module 3 and stop looking at classic AUTOSAR from far away. We will open its layered architecture in detail and start examining exactly what belongs in each layer and how those layers interact.